Stay Love Podcast is being brought to you today by F Your Feelings, the company where we don't give one F about how you feel.
Hi, you guys. Welcome to Stay Love Podcast, where we make it comfortable to have uncomfortable conversations. If you tuned in last week, you're going to continue with that. I had the wonderful creator and also had a beautiful actress, Latoya, on my show last week. And they are a part of the show Grindin. I have new people on today, also cast members. I have Miss Yvette Holmes joining me right now. Well, we having technical difficulties. Y'all gotta bear with me today. We've been having some issues to get this show started. So I have Mr. Harold Doss with me. Say hi.
Hey, how y'all doing?
I also have Miss Lavette Holmes with me. I'm gonna add it to it. Hopefully, we can work out the kinks as y'all, tune in, because whatever reason we've been having some issues. That just means that we're gonna have a great show today.
Okay. Hi, everybody.
So, Miss Lavette, we cannot see you, but we can definitely hear you.
Okay.
All right. So, of course, I want to start it off with y'all. Tell me about yourselves. I don't know which one of y'all want to go first.
Ladies first.
Yeah.
As you know, my name is Lavette Holmes. I am from California. I have 2 children. I've been in New Orleans now for about 4.5 years. I do social work. Have a little bit of a history with acting. I've done skits and poetry performances. So just a little background, a little bit of experience. So.
And what about you, Harold?
I'm born and raised in New Orleans. I've been acting probably like about 4 years. Um, I went to school down here. I went to Etna High School. Um, and I love acting. I love acting.
So, Miss Lavette, you talked about you doing some acting prior. So, tell us more about your character on the show Grindin.
Well, I am Angel. I am the godmother of Little Cash. I would say the character's a little sassy, got a little attitude, but it's a fun character to play. I really like it. So I'm looking forward to really getting into that performance and showing everybody what I have. So.
So, how did you get involved with this production, I should say?
I was actually at a high school with a friend, and King ended up talking with her, and I was with her as well. And so that's how we kind of got into it. And then went and tried out for the part and got it. And here I am.
And Harold, same questions for you.
I play a character named Iceman. Iceman is a cool dude. He likes to hustle. He gonna get his money regardless. So I'm excited to portray this role that I'm playing, and it's gonna be cool. And the way I got into it, I was doing a picture shoot, and one of the guys that asked me if I was still acting or whatever, and he was like, "Yeah, we doing this TV show called Grindin. Come to the audition." And I came to the audition, and I killed it, and now I'm here.
So, Harold, do you feel like you relate to this character? Because with me being from down here, I know Carr is far from the scripted character that you play. Like when I think of Carr, I think of the good kids and kind of well-to-do kids. So, do you
Right?
feel like you relate to this character?
Yeah, most definitely. Like it's a way that when car. I was in like theater and stuff, so they kind of taught me how to portray other characters. So it was like, yeah, I was always that good kid, polite, well mannerable, and it's like the school really taught me in a theater program, kind of taught me how to, embrace your character and how to switch it off and on or who you playing.
But
So,
do you have any real life relations too? Like,
uh, I mean, so far as like being cool, I think that's the only relation part I have. Because in real life, I am a cool, humble person. So,
and Miss Levette, same questions. Like, when you play Angel, do you feel like you relate to her in real life? Are you sassy in real life?
I believe in many aspects that I am. I have somewhat of a little sarcastic side to me. So I definitely can have a little bit of an attitude. And since I've been back and forth to Louisiana since I was 15, I'm really familiar with the people here. And so I think it's really easy to step into that role, especially that sassy role. So, and have a little attitude. I love it.
I'm gonna be honest. Like, that's cool that y'all say y'all can relate, because I know I cannot relate. Like, when I read the script and I went over it, I was like, this is not my life. I don't know anybody that lived this life. So as well, I'm gonna say as the adult now, I know people who said that's where they came from. They came from the streets and things like that. So I am excited to see you guys make this come to life.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
I
be
think
honest.
it's
Angel
exciting
kind of
too.
comes off to me like an angry black woman. I was like, why is she always mad? Like,
Mhm. Yeah.
So I'm like, why is she walking in a room and she mad? Like, Lord, why she ain't happy? But it's
Yeah.
cool.
That's why I said it's a bit of an attitude. You got to have that attitude, definitely.
yes,
So,
most definitely, most definitely.
mhm.
So that's what's up. So how long? Well, I know you say you've been acting for 4 years. I think Miss Holmes, you were telling us about something you did with someone from Coming to America.
Yes, it's Clyde Jones. He was the Soul Glow guy. So he has a little something that he does every other Tuesday. Sometimes he'll write me a little skit and I'll perform it, or I'll do poetry reading. And it's something fun, but I like the skits more because it shows more of my acting, So it's more because I do it with other people. The poetry is more by myself. I'm just reading a poem, but I'm really displaying my acting skills when I do the skits. And they're not very long, I'd say about 10, 15 minutes, but it gives me that role that I can, portray. And I just love it. It's a fun role. Usually I do the same skit.
So my thing is, where do you do this at? Where do you do
To list.
the skit? What location do you? Is it somewhere that someone can catch you and watch you do it? If they want to join, they can participate. Because I know you say you do it every Tuesday, every other Tuesday. Like, where at?
Absolutely. It's at a little bar off of Chapatulas. And what he actually does, he'll even take people out of the audience. So if you have some type of talent, he'll have you come up there and you can perform at any time. So, he has his regulars and then we perform. And then anybody in the audience, if they want to get up there, they can tell, story, do a reading, a poetry reading, or any type of little acting. Some people do comedy. So it's really fun. He calls it just something to do.
Oh, that's what's up. So I do want to focus more right now on the show. Like, what are your true feelings of the show? Like I said, me being from here, like I'm from here, but I'm like middle class, 2 parent household, never really been around drugs. I'm gonna be honest, I haven't really seen people really, really like smoke weed or anything until my adult life.
Wow.
Like, that's not really something I've been around. So how do you guys feel about, the portrayal of the city through the eyes of the creator?
Well, for me, I think a lot of people can relate just depending on where they're from, obviously. But then again, even somebody that's not directly in that type of environment, I think they still can relate because obviously we see it on other TV shows. We know people in our family or we have friends that have been in that situation. So I think it's something that everybody can relate to in some aspect of life.
Harry, you sit up there shaking your head. I want to know how you feel about it too.
I feel about yeah, a lot of people is going to relate to the show uh about everything life happening every day in New Orleans. I really think this is what the city needs so far as the TV show, because people can definitely relate to everything that's going to happen and in the show. So
I feel like even if you can't relate, you're going to get some really good entertainment out of it.
Right.
yes,
The good
Like,
and the bad. Yes. And I
right.
think what's good too is, we're learning his life story as well. So that's the part that I love about it is, yes, we're acting out roles, but we're also learning his, life story as we go along as well. So,
yes,
And I agree with this. I don't know if y'all can see the comment, but the New Orleans character that we all know that we could see in the show characteristics. So, like besides your own character, right? Like, who else do you feel like you can relate to? Anyone else in this show? Because I've been at the script reading, so y'all around each other, and y'all really are a family. I will give King credit. He keeps y'all together. He makes y'all family. So, like, when you see your co-stars, like, do you see anybody else? Like, man, I could see me doing that too. Like, yeah, I can relate to that too.
for me, not so much some of the roles, but, I have family members that that I've seen that definitely can relate to those roles or even portray those roles. And of course, we've all maybe been in a situation where, you've seen an officer not do, on the shady side. And so, yeah, I definitely have some friends in the past and some family members who I know, I've definitely seen the same type of, behavior, I'd say. So,
yeah. Same here. Like I do have uh, a lot of family members who can relate in all these situations in this TV show. Um, you know, selling dope, drugs, being on drugs. I think more is I think people are gonna be more relatable and make this, you know, this for the city is more of the New Orleans talk, how New Orleans talk, how the slangs go. You know what I'm saying?
I
yeah.
definitely think the slang is going to throw some people off. Like, we are the only place that say cold drink.
Right.
Like, when people like, what they mean a cold drink? They mean soda. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, definitely think the slang, is going to throw people off. But I feel like it's needed. Like, we always hear about all these other cities and what they doing and things like that. You always hear about the big cities, like what's happening in New York, what's happening in LA. And believe it or not, New Orleans is as I like to call it, a little big city. Like, we
Yeah,
small in size, but we popping like a big city as well.
right.
So it shouldn't have took
Absolutely.
this long for us to even have our own TV show to
Right.
show people, like, we get out the mud just like everybody else get it out the mud.
Yeah, I think New Orleans is so unique. I fell in love when I first came when I was 15, and I've been back and forth ever since. Probably no other place I'd rather live. I've really come to love, Louisiana. Period. I love it with a passion. All my family's here too. My mom's side is here, like my cousins, aunts, uncles, and I just love them. We get together and just so much laughing, and the food is great. There's no other place like New Orleans.
Yes,
So I
sir.
do,
So
so I do
bring
want
this
to touch
here.
on. I want
Mhm.
to touch on something that Miss Holmes said earlier. Um, when King was on the show, he never mentioned that, of course, this was from his eyes. So I do need people to know, like, this show is not just like somebody pulled this out of thin air, they copied it off of TV. It's truly authentic, and this is the life that he grew up in. Like, this is not, anything fake. This is not play. Like this is real life. So other people write shows or they write from shows. That's not one of these shows.
Yeah.
The
That's what
slang that's right. The slang that's used is ours. The neighborhood he grew up in, like all of that y'all think we don't have in the city. We definitely have
right.
in the city, you know?
Yeah. And that's what I said is that's what I like. Like we're learning his life story as well. It's real, it's authentic. So, you know, that's what I think is going to really make the audience gravitate towards it because it's a true story. It's his story because everybody has a story, and you know to have that opportunity for King to tell his, you know, that's a blessing. So
Yes.
Right.
to be part of it is yeah, it's amazing.
Really
So we
amazing.
have one more actor just entered the live. Willie, you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
So tell them about yourself.
How you doing? My name is Willie. Last name never gonna find Rico. Let me tell you something about Rico. Rico is a hitman that works for Paulie. You know, he do whatever Paulie pays him to do. So that's my job that's my role in the movie. But
So how
also the person who started this, which is Seeded, a good friend of mine. I remember when we were talking about this, like in the mid-90s. He used to always talk about, man, I'm gonna start my TV show. I'm gonna start a TV show called Grindin. I used to be like, man, yeah, that sound tight. But he used to talk about it so much, I used to be like, man, he ain't serious. Eventually, he is serious, and I'm proud of him. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my partner, Seed, man, real rap.
Yes.
so we do have questions. So I don't know if Black Future was here in the beginning. So Mr. Guys, he plays Iceman. Miss Holmes plays Angel, and as Willie mentioned, he plays the character Rico.
Yeah, I played the character Rico.
So they all also gave. I don't know if you guys want to repeat, your roles again, or who you
Yeah.
represent, because the person does have a question.
Absolutely. So my part as Angel, I'm the godmother of Lil Cash. So that's my role. And as I had said, it's a sassy attitude. So yeah, that's my role.
Yeah.
And but
I play Iceman. Iceman is a cool dude, drug dealer, and the best friend of Billy.
okay,
And you know, as me, well, I play Rico. Rico the hitman. I'm laying him now. I'm doing whatever my partner Paulie tell me to do. Yeah. Shout
so
out to
let me
Big
tell
Paulie.
y'all. If y'all don't know, Willie is the representation of New Orleans. Like if y'all don't know the way he come on here, this is what y'all gonna see on the show. This is who we
Straight up.
are
This
at
is
the
my
Garden
energy.
State.
This is my everyday energy, man. You know,
Right.
I'm just proud of my partner, man. He put this stuff into existence. And I remember when this was just a talk. Now it's really about to go and you know what I'm saying, really about to happen. So that's what I'm really proud of. Real talk.
So,
And that's what we were saying. We were saying how New Orleans don't have that representation that we should have. The only
Right.
thing people know about New Orleans is No Limit and Cash Money.
That's
House
it.
and food. Wait, Mardi Gras and food, right? But if you talk
Right.
Absolutely.
about black culture, if we talk about true black culture, they only talk about No Limit and Cash Money. And we are so much more than that. And
Yep.
this show is going to show that we are more than Cash Money taking over for the 99 2000.
For the
right.
2000, taking over for the
I'm just
2022 on up. You heard me?
right.
Stay
I feel
like
like
that. Y'all stay tuned. Y'all be tuned in on that TV show Grinding, man. That journey gonna be hot. Real talk.
so. I do have some topics. I hope y'all ready.
I'm ready.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Ready.
I do have some topics that I want to discuss. I saw a video on TikTok, right?
Right.
And the guy flew this girl out and she did not sleep with him. So he put her out the car and he canceled her flight ticket home.
Mm.
My question is this: do men truly believe that women are obligated to sleep with them if they're paying for things?
I could say that because I seen the video. I feel like, look, if I flew you out all the way out here in New Orleans, and I won't get no cutty. You know what I'm saying? It'd be cool. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. I feel like women are not obligated to give out whatever they want. You know what I'm saying? Because first of all, we just met in person. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, why? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we could just chill, whatever. But I'm not about to, you know what I'm saying? I'm not about to do all that. Like,
Now let's keep it real.
That's
Let's
how I was
keep
waiting
it let's
for.
keep it real on this right here. Now let's say this here. You get with your friends. You know how women talk, how y'all gossip on the phone. Yeah, girl, I got such and such girl. He about to fly me out there to New York by him. Girl, we gonna have a good time. You know the next thing her friend, girl, you gonna give him the. I don't know. I might. It all depend on how he act. But
Okay,
watch
so
this.
let me. Okay, go ahead.
But watch this. Soon as you get over there, you play that shy role. But when you see that, you know what I'm saying, that this individual got himself intact, this, that, and this, you know what I'm saying? Them panties coming off. And y'all know that. So let's keep it
That's not
real.
no. You know what? I'm gonna let Miss Holmes answer you first before I get involved.
Okay. Well, what I was gonna say, usually that should be discussed prior to the flight. Okay. So to me, they should have had that discussion, what each one's expectations were. Right.
Right.
That's what I'm thinking. Okay.
I'm gonna say that's
So
the adult thing to do. However, I feel like if you got money to fly me out, that don't mean anything. Like nobody told you to take that money and like I'm gonna put it on the plane just because I'm gonna get some. I feel like that come up. Then this is just me. I feel like it's somewhat desperate that you can't get a woman in your own city that you got to fly one out.
Nah,
You got to pay for
that
to come
part.
halfway across the
listen,
country.
it's like this, real talk. Now this the real kick. Now, I could fly, hey, you could send somebody out and you know what I'm saying, send a flight in for them. And you could be doing that just to be romantic and just to spend time with that person. But and you ain't got that ain't even got to be your intention. Like, man, I'm gonna see if she gonna give me something. No, you just really want to feel her out to see where she at. And you know what I'm saying? Sometimes things one thing leads to another.
And that's cool. And don't get
Right.
me wrong, I'm okay with that. But for me, the dude flew her out, and then when he took her back to the airport, put her out the car, and canceled her flight home because she didn't sleep with him. That's a
Nah,
whole different level. Like
yeah, that's
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 what I'm
that's
just saying. Like I'm not obligated to give you, my body because you felt like you spent your money on it. And I see that that's a recurring theme with a lot of things with men.
Yeah, I think they should have discussed it before she
not
even
nah.
left.
I'm gonna be real. Even though I'm a male, I'm gonna be real. He took it way, way too far because you're not thinking with this right now.
Right.
Right.
You were thinking with
Right.
something else. That was your whole intention of, all right, I'm gonna fly in, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, because I know that was your whole intention. But you can't think like that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta keep a steady head, not knowing what the outcome gonna be, not knowing how the situation gonna turn out.
I agree. And I agree with this comment too. I feel like anytime that you feel like a woman is obligated because you paying for anything, I've seen it where a dude pay for a date and be like, well, I want my money, half of my money back for that date because you're not sleeping with me, things like that. I think that's crazy. Like nobody's obligated to give you anything because you paid for something.
Right.
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 And you don't really see women do that. Now, don't get me wrong. As women, we might cut up with y'all and be like, when you cheat or something, like, because I paid for everything. But on the front end of things, like we're not cutting up behind no money because I paid the rent this money. You would go, down on your luck. But with men, it's starting to feel like it's an obligation because you paid for dinner. I'm supposed to do X, Y, and Z.
Now you just I look at it like this me, I can't speak for everybody else. If I do that, I look at that as just being a gentleman.
And that's what you're supposed to be.
Thank you. That's what the gentleman's supposed to do.
Right.
That's what's up. I like these answers. Oh, I
But
thought it
watch
was going to
this
go the
though.
other
But
way. I
watch
thought
this
I
though.
was.
But watch this. Let's say this is a first date. My dad always told me about this. Let's say this is a first date, and you be that perfect gentleman, and y'all leaving out that restaurant, right?
Okay.
And the gentleman don't stop. You open the door and everything for her. See, when you walk around, and she don't lean over to unlock that door, she out of here.
I don't always do it. Look, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
I don't always lean over to open the door. My friends be so mad with me. If I'm in my phone, I do not lean over to open the door. I'm like, my bad. I can't just press the unlock button. I gotta lean over and open the door too.
I mean, you ain't gotta. Long as you unlock that joint, my whole thing. You see what I'm at? Because before, dang. Hello.
Yeah, you still here?
Now, keep in mind, before they had the automatic lock and unlock.
You're right. So you had to unlock the door for the person. They had to stand out there.
You know what I do sometimes? I just lean over, I lean my hand over to act like I'm about to, just to show good faith.
You know what? I'm going to have to try that one.
Yeah.
I do like this.
Shoot, by the time
like, my bad. Look, I forgot
he
to
didn't
open
see
the
my
door.
hand. By the time he make it over there and open it, he didn't see my hand reach over. So that's good enough.
But you know what? I didn't know that was really that important to me. So he said that just now. I heard people say it before, but I thought it was just a courtesy for me to do it. I didn't think that meant to take that as a sign as, man, I need to date her. I don't need to date her no more.
I didn't think it was that serious. No.
Yeah, I didn't think so either.
By that time, I'm getting settled in the car and stuff. Shoot.
Exactly.
By the time you walk around there.
Right, I done got comfortable, put my seatbelt on. I'm not thinking about leaning across to open the door.
Looking at my phone and all that. I got other things to do. You know how to get in the car.
Right.
Y'all know I'm not serious.
Oh no, I am. That's me. Look, I be like this. Look, tapping on that phone, tapping on the screen.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. I forgot to open the door. Like, you know.
There's so many other distractions.
Like, I'm a good woman outside of that. Like, if that's what's gonna do to take me out, that means nobody gonna date me.
That's what I'm saying. Because that
like it is over.
Yeah, that's easily overlooked right there.
Man.
So we lost him too?
Willie?
I don't know why the cameras aren't working, but so yeah, I never thought about that, but it's something that I'll keep in mind in the future, definitely.
I'm gonna have to.
Me too.
Hey, look, see, I'm not with you, KP. I'm not with you. And once I press it, like, it's already open for you. Why I gotta lean over the seat? By the time my kids get married or ready for that time, you probably have to just wave your hand across and the door will open anyway.
Right.
And Harold's super quiet, but I think Harold's definitely the youngest one in the group.
I'm on the 26.
So I feel like the dating game is completely different from your standpoint than our standpoint.
Now listen. I'm not gonna lie, because every dude can relate. Y'all been like in a long-term relationship. When you start dating a woman, and you know what I'm saying, you gonna open her door. But once y'all start dating, like I say about 3 or 4 years, y'all, you know what I'm saying, y'all expect, if she opens her own door to get out. So it's just like you expect her to open her own door, and then she look at you like, "Why you not open my door?" Like, I'm like, shit, like, I get out, you get out.
So you think people get comfortable with each other?
I think so. They get too comfortable.
I feel like you 26. I feel like when you're younger, things are different.
They are.
Because I still expect certain things in my 30s. Like, I still expect certain things. I don't want things to deviate and change too much. And maybe it does. Maybe, as you grow up, it deviates. Maybe, I don't know. But 3 or 4 years, it's still nice every so often for you to open the door.
Right.
And
I think as you get older,
I'll tell you this. The only time we'll open the door is we know we done fucked up or did something wrong.
So you're not opening the door to the building? I gotta open the door to the
Like,
building too, or just my car door?
I'm gonna open the door to the building regardless, but like, you know what I'm saying? But like, if we know we did something, like, all right, man, hold on, don't get out there. I'm gonna do it for you. I'm gonna do it for you. And be like, dang, I gotta open the door. I know I'm fucked up. You open the door.
So
You
it's
know?
not consistent.
Right.
However, if there's an issue or something going on, it kicks in. Then you remember to
Right.
open that door.
Right.
Okay, all right,
So
all
what's
right.
some deal breakers in dating, I guess? Because apparently Willie said his deal breakers, she don't lean over and open that door. So I'm out there already. So what's some other deal breakers you have when you're dating?
You know, I'm gonna tell you, I have a deal. Just not even really dating, but if I go somewhere where I want to get a drink and a guy comes up to me with a drink and doesn't offer me a drink, mm-mm, mm-mm. I'm just like, no. Because you're holding a drink. You see, I might not have a drink and you're not asking me if I want a drink. So for me, that's kind of tells me a little bit about that person.
I feel like the first thing the guy's supposed to do is like, oh, you want a drink? What you drinking?
Are you exactly
Like, what
right?
are you drinking? Oh, okay. And even if I say nothing good, it's just the fact that you offered.
Exactly. There you go.
See, I'm with that too. What's your deal breaker?
I mean, like, so far as like asking women what they want when y'all go out, it's just like, hey, you want something to eat? You might go get something to eat. You buy something to eat. After a while, she says she don't want to eat. You go get your food, and then she looking at you like,
That's your deal breaker?
I mean, look,
That means you're gonna be single forever. That is
if
not
you
something
didn't
that gets
if you
better
didn't
with
ask
age.
if you didn't ask what you wanted, or you say you wasn't hungry, I'm gonna get me something to eat. You know, I don't know about you.
So let me teach you now, since you're still 26. Buy something extra just in case. That's just how that works. Because that can't be a deal breaker. Because that don't get better with age. Like women don't change that with age. For me, if somebody like you hungry, I'm like, what you want? I don't know where you going. Because I don't eat the same thing from everywhere.
See, see,
So if I ask you where you going or wherever you want to go, now I'm mad with you. Because now I got to pick where we going to eat at and when I got to eat too. That's too much.
Now, if I'm in a serious relationship, living together, he has to take out that trash, and I carry no groceries, and I don't barbecue. Everything else, I'm pretty laid back with, but got to take out that trash, wash my car, things like that. Be a man.
You know what? Speaking of being a man, I also read something today that stated that women are okay with double standards when it benefits them.
Hmm.
How y'all feel about that?
I think it's bound to happen. Double standards. I mean, because everybody's different, but I think there is a lot of double standards actually that come up. You know?
I'm gonna
Because
be
not
honest.
every man is the same, not every woman is the same. Expectations are different, personalities are different. You might have done this with a different person, but then this person doesn't do that. So, like you said, it's really about deal breakers. What will you accept and what you won't accept? I think individually.
I feel like that statement is very true. Me being a woman who always say I don't really care for double standards, and I do somewhat believe in gender roles. Like I do believe a woman acts a certain way. Like you said, he needs to wash the car, cut the grass, everything that's considered the manly duties. I
Absolutely.
must be the same woman that says I can do the same thing a man can do. And don't get me wrong, I can do it, but I don't want to do it. Like I can cut the grass, but why should I have to cut the grass?
Right. If there's a man there. Absolutely.
Exactly.
Right. Now, I
true,
believe in cooking and cleaning the house, everything. When he comes home, he has his dinner there. Um, so I grew up where, my mom did certain things, my dad did certain things. So that's what I still do. And, some of the men, they like to cook too, but that's what makes me feel like a woman, having that dinner ready for him, or not that barbecue though.
You got to be cook
I'm not a
worthy,
barbecue.
as my cousin said. If I'm with a guy and I like to cook, I love being in the kitchen.
Me
As my
too.
cousin said, she told a guy recently, if you was cook worthy, my cousin will cook for you all the time. I said, exactly. You got to be worth me cooking for.
Right. And me being a little older, I'm not used to, I have my sons who have dated, not this one, not the one that my son is dating now. She cooks all the time. But um, in the past, I've had, when the women don't cook, and I'm just not used to that, because that's what we do for our men. We cook, make sure they have a good meal and bed well. And what's that saying? The way to a man's heart is through his stomach.
Yep, that's what they say.
Oh, I'm a believer. Yes.
But on the flip side, with me having sons, I don't want you with a chick because she cook. Because some men kind of have to depend on the woman to cook. My sons know how to cook. Like I want her to cook too,
Mm-hmm.
but I'll be damned if you with her because you need your next meal cooked.
Yeah.
Like we can't do that. Like y'all both got to know y'all way around the kitchen.
Right. Yeah. Now both of my sons know how to cook, but yeah, it's good to know.
Come on, Harold.
Chime in.
I mean, to
Do
be
you know how
honest
to
with
cook?
you, for me,
Yeah.
I
Some
gotta
men
cook some
know.
stuff, some stuff, some
But
stuff.
can you cut grass and wash your
I
car?
can, I can cut grass. I can cut grass. I can wash my car, even though I don't like to do it. I do it. But I can say that sometimes some women do take the manly out of men of doing manly stuff. It's like when you like women come ask a husband, "Hey, can you fix this?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it." And then a woman just gets up and just do it. Like,
That's not her taking a manly role. That's her being tired of waiting on you to do something that needs to be done.
I mean, like, true, true.
Like if
But
something needs to be done, I don't want to wait a month for it to be done. I don't want to wait 2 weeks for it to be done. Like I asked you to get it done because it needs to be done.
So if he doesn't do it, the woman should take the initiative and do it herself. You're saying?
Well, for me, and I trying to explain this to men when I date, my dad taught me how to build cabinets and I could change my tire, I could look under my hood and things like that. So I'm capable of doing it. So if I ask you to do it, it's because I do need it done. But if you take too long, yeah, I'm gonna just do it myself. Like why do I have to keep waiting? If the sink is leaking, I'm gonna keep waiting and let it flood or let it mildew or mold. No, I'm gonna just do it myself and complain about it later.
Right. I think
That's
it
the key
depends
part.
on what it is. Yeah, I'll do it
Right.
myself. It depends on what it is. Yeah.
So I don't like your answer to that one. We don't take, and I feel like a lot of men say that now. A lot of men are saying that women are too masculine or operating in masculine energy. It's just I feel like the roles that women used to play back in the day is changed.
Mhm.
Like at some point back in the day, a woman had to depend on a man.
Right.
You don't really have to depend on y'all. Like, do I want a man I can depend on? Of course I do. Like, who wants to be independent all the time? But it's also a want you there versus need you there.
I,
And
I
that's
just
just that's how I feel.
okay,
I think I'm capable of doing things that a man does. Some things I'm not, and I prefer a man to be there. Um, but I think I'm set my ways with certain things, like I said, the cooking, and I prefer to do the cleaning, and yeah. So, but
I'm
I
not
but
for him to do
I
the cleaning.
but I run into a lot of men who are they like to cook, and they don't mind cleaning. So, like Harold said, I feel like that man is taking the womanly duties away from me that I feel like I should do.
So what about balance? Because I feel like if I work all day, like he works all day, why can't he have the house clean on the day that he's off? And the day that I'm off, I make sure the house is clean. Like, why isn't there a balance if we have these set rules in our head of this is the manly role, this is the womanly role, when we both out here working, are we both out here, slaving away? Like at home, we gotta have some balance. Like I don't want to work all day at work and then come home and work all day at home.
I mean, I see what you're saying. It's just for me, I grew up in a household where, my mom, even though she worked, my dad worked, she still did the cooking, the cleaning. The weekends, he cleaned the garage, like you said, cut the grass, take the trash out, things like that. However, she did barbecue. But yeah, I'm just used, that's just how I grew up, old school. And, you know, it actually kind of irritates me if the man's cleaning and cooking and doing his laundry. Like, I feel like that's my responsibility.
Let me tell you, they got a good woman in you because this one over here, I'll cook for you. Wash your dishes afterwards. Like, and I'm gonna be honest, right now I have kids. So with me having kids, as long as the kids in the house, you ain't really gotta worry about cleaning up much and washing clothes. But if it's just me and you, baby, we might be some eating out people if I gotta wash the dishes.
Yeah, it was more challenging with kids when the kids were younger because I did the cooking, the cleaning. I dropped them off, picked them up from school, came home, cooked, cleaned. Yeah. So, but as time grew, he helped with a lot of the duties, but it was still where I felt like I should do it. But he helped out a lot.
I ain't gonna lie, I hated washing dishes.
I still hate washing dishes.
Throw them in the dishwasher.
See, and I wish my mom did have a dishwasher. I just
no, I have no dishwasher. Let's get it how you live. Wash them dishes.
Right.
But that's my least favorite thing to do. And I don't like folding up clothes for real either. I can wash them and hang them up, but the actual folding of clothes, that ain't my ministry. That ain't it for me. I think I'm the only one on here that's single, right? Are you single too, Miss Holmes?
Dating somebody a little bit.
Yeah, I'm single. I'm not even dating anybody. So,
yeah.
Because I'm be honest, I feel like I talk about relationship stuff, and maybe I shouldn't because I don't know anything about it at this moment. I know I've been in past relationships, but I'm not currently in the dating game enough to speak on certain things. That's my opinion. So I always like to get other people a viewpoint. I don't know how I feel about Harold's viewpoint. He only 26. I don't know how much dating. I don't know how much dating advice he could give me at the right age of 26.
Right. If he's had enough experience in the dating field yet to really, to
really know what his deal breaker is.
Right.
Man, I don't really have a deal breaker because I'm always being fussed at. So
you see, because you're always being fussed at.
What do you consider fussing? Like, what's like?
I don't know. Like, if I take too long to do something, it's a fuss. If I don't wash dishes, it's a fuss.
Wait, Harold, stop right there. How long does it take you?
I ain't gonna lie. I get a little lazy sometimes. So it take me about like 5 minutes to really just adjust and just go do it.
I'm gonna just say, I hope your girlfriend not watching, because I'm gonna be like, that's gonna be a fuss too. I'm just saying.
But the question is, look, the question is, Harold, how are you when you ask her to do something? Does she take a long time, or do you have to?
No, she doesn't. She doesn't.
So you need to give the same energy that she's giving.
Take that into consideration. That's our advice, huh?
Gotcha.
I just feel like I wouldn't have said that on F. I just feel like some stuff you keep to yourself. That was one of them things that you keep to yourself.
Right.
I'm sorry, friend. Will you get off of here? It's just, I feel like men take things when women say stuff as arguing or fussing, but it's more so of a frustration because we're willing to give versus what we're receiving in return. So if I feel like I'm giving you a lot of me and all of me, and you're not even meeting me halfway, then that's where the issue comes in at.
Now I have a question. Do you think in any relationship there's an individual that loves the other more, or do you think it can be
Yes.
equal? Oh, she said that quick.
Yes.
Mhm.
And people always say, be the person that loves less.
Really?
Yes.
Right.
I've always heard that. I was always like, somebody always loved the other person more than the other. I'm gonna be honest. My parents were married for yeah, my parents were married until my dad passed away. And I
My.
feel like my mom loved my daddy a lot.
Hmm.
But if you ask me who loved the other one more, I'll say my daddy loved her more. I feel like if she would have passed away first, he would have never made it.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
But I feel like you see that in a lot of relationships where you can see who loves the other person more. I don't think I've really ever seen a balance of, oh, they love each other equally.
I'm just thinking back to my parents. I don't know. Like I said, my mom did the cooking, the cleaning, so she just was always, my dad was the king of the castle, just put it that way. So we couldn't go over his head. She just, but I'd say
Um,
they loved each other equally. I don't know.
so I'm gonna say my dad also was the head of the household, but that had nothing to do with the love that he had for her. Like she still cooked. Like my mom cooked, they both worked. But my dad was a chef for a living. So he cooked as well. He handled most of the business for the household and things like that. So that's not to take away his role. But my dad would also say, like, if your mom ever leave me, I'm packing up and leaving me too. Like he was more expressive with the way that he loved my mom. Like
Right,
you knew, like you always heard about it. Somebody always gonna say it, and even her friends saw like used to talk about how much my dad loved her, and all of them were married.
right,
These are all married women, but my dad always went above and beyond. And not to say that she didn't, do it, but it was just more visual, I'll say,
right.
in their relationship.
Now, my dad was definitely more emotional. My mom was just more passive. I go by the astrology sign. She was a Libra and my dad was an Aquarius. And the only way we knew my mom was mad at my dad is their wedding picture. She would put it face down. So that's how we knew. Like she just never yelled or anything. But that when we saw that wedding picture face down, we knew. You know,
My parents
he's
never did that.
definitely more emotional.
Yeah, so zodiac signs. Do y'all believe that zodiac signs really do represent who a person is?
You can't see me, but I got both hands up. Absolutely. Every person that I've met, according to their sign, it, straight up, that's just how they are. So I treat people according to their signs. Like, yeah. Like my son, he's a Gemini. He's sign of the twins, and he was a twin. It's just he's missing that twin. He's definitely a Gemini. Yeah. And then I have an Aries. And so Aries are always quiet, laid back, relaxed, cool, calm, and collected. That's my other son.
So are both of y'all Libras?
Yes.
No, my mom was a Libra. I'm a Capricorn. We're known as loyal, so I'm a Capricorn. Yeah.
You know why I asked? I don't know how King got it the way that he got it, but he has a predominantly Libra cast. I don't
Really?
know anybody who lucked up with most of the cast members being Libras, and he is also a Libra.
Yeah, I know. I talked to him about that. That's the first thing. Now, that's the first thing I will ask somebody. What is your sign? And even when I just meet people, I'll be like, "What's your sign?" They'd be like, "What? Your astrology sign?" So I had asked King as well. I was like, "What is your sign?" He said Libra. I said, "Oh, okay, that's good. My mom's a Libra. Love her to death."
So I am not a believer that zodiac signs actually reign true. I feel like there's bits and pieces. Some of the things that people say as far as zodiac sign, I see as a people thing based on how you grew up, who you grew up around, environment, like all of that. Because some characteristics I have with people I'm cool with,
Hmm.
we share, and it has nothing to do with zodiac signs. And people relate everything to zodiac signs. I will say some of my zodiac sign stuff, like me wanting to be a perfectionist and things like that, absolutely, positively true.
So,
But I
what
don't
is your
think
sign?
I'm a Virgo.
Virgo. Okay. And
But
a
I don't
what?
think that is 100%. the truth when people well, I don't date you because you're a Gemini. I don't date you because you whatever. Like, no, I don't think it rings 100% truth to who a person is.
Now, I don't go that far. Like it doesn't matter. I'm not going to say, oh, I'm not going to date that person because they're a certain sign, but it is important to me to know, what sign they are. Definitely.
So you
Harold?
believe in? You want to say Harold? Do you believe in signs?
Uh, I believe in some of them. In some of them, because I feel like most. I feel like most. Well, I feel like all men should ask women their sign, just in case. Just
Just
in
in
case.
case.
Do you see my
Just in
face right
case
now?
what? Just in case what?
So what's your
Case
girlfriend sign? How about that? Let's start there.
she is a Sagittarius.
Oh,
Sagittarius. Okay.
and
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know much about signs. Like I know my kids' signs. So my household, I have a Cancer, I have a Leo, and I have two Sagittarius, and then I'm
Hmm.
a Virgo.
Okay.
That's all I know. I don't know how they're supposed to act. I feel like people born in now. I will say the month that you're born in
Hmm.
plays a role. Because even me being a Virgo, I know people born in September that's Virgos are nothing like me.
Yeah. Are the Cancer and Pisces emotional?
You say, are they emotional?
Yeah, Cancers like to be in love, and Pisces are emotional.
You know, I don't have a Pisces. I have a Leo. My
Leo. I thought you said a Cancer, Pisces, and a Leo.
I have a Cancer, Leo, and two Sagittarius.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And with my Cancer is a daughter. Like I have all sons and one girl. So I can't even say that she's emotional because she's the only girl.
Yeah. What girls aren't emotional, right?
Right. So, stereotypically, women are emotional. So I can't, but I am the tough mom where I don't like all the emotional stuff anyway. Like, suck it up, like, get over it, you'll be all right. So I don't know if my kids are going to be overly emotional.
I'm emotional. I'm one of those moms. I love you. I love you, Justin. I love you, Jason. Like he left to go on a trip. This is probably about, I say about maybe about the April for his birthday. Him and his girlfriend, they're both Aries. And so they decided to go to Vegas. Shoot, I told my boss, I need to go see my son off. I left work and everything. I'm crying and everything. Justin's like, Mom, you're so dramatic.
Right, you just going to Vegas, mama. Like,
He's my baby. I
Well,
am. I'm very emotional when it comes to my sons. I really, we just get along so good. So I just really love them. But they're like, Mom, you're so dramatic. It's not that serious.
I'm only needy sometimes. Like even with my oldest son, he's about to be 18. And I'm like, come sit on my lap and we talk, and I just hug him. And I know he just look at me like, I know this woman do not want me sitting on her lap. You are still my baby. But
I think I'm just emotional, period. Because when I talk to any of my cousins, my aunties, okay, see you later. They'd be like, see you later. Okay, I love you, auntie. I love you, cousin. you know. So yeah, I'm just very emotional. I tell my friends I love them. So yeah, that's just me. I'll be like hugs and kisses. I love you.
so I am looking at the time. So I do like to take this time to allow you guys to tell people more about yourself. Like if they want to reach out, where they can find you, if you're working on any projects, if you have anything else going on besides grinding, like any of that. So ladies first, Miss Holmes.
Well, I can tell people. I don't have to tell people where I work, but if they're in need of any type of training or resources, I work at Job One. That's my passion. I absolutely love helping people. So if they need any type of resources or anything, come in there and ask for me. And as you know, as I mentioned, I do the little performances. I've been missing quite a few, but every other Tuesday, yeah, I'm there off of Chapatulas. It's called Just Something to Do, 3801 Chapatulas. So,
And Harold, what can you be found at? Give your
uh,
IG and everything. Look, just in case somebody else is looking for people to, act, y'all need to give your IG too.
my Instagram is Harold underscore boss underscore 24. If you guys basically looking to get into acting, the first thing first, you have to get trained. Go to acting school, get your training, and get an agent. That's the most important thing. Get an agent, um, and just go out for auditions. Just go out there. Don't be discouraged if you don't get your first audition. The first one doesn't really come. Just keep going. Don't get discouraged. Don't give up. Just keep going. Some doors may close on you, but definitely a door is gonna open for you. Most definitely.
So this is a really good question. This might be a King question. I think King is in the comments as well to answer this question. But if I'm not mistaken, it should be on Tubi, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Do y'all know the date that it's dropping?
No.
I personally, no, I don't.
Okay, so KP, my next episode, I'm also doing other cast members. I will be able to tell you guys. I will be able to tell you guys where it's dropping it. I know it's like I said. I know it's dropping on Tubi. I don't know when it's dropping. I do need y'all to stay tuned though, because I feel like it's going to be something worth watching.
Yes, most definitely.
I think we lost Willie. Willie,
Yeah.
I think Willie went out completely. We lost Willie. But to you guys who are not, or well, who's watching, y'all can catch Say Love on YouTube, of course. Say Love Podcast. If you have a topic or you want to be on the show, you can always DM me. Say Love. That's LUV, not LOVE. LUV _podcast on Instagram. You can email me, Say Love Podcast at gmail.com. I'm telling y'all, keep watching. We have more actors to come. Y'all not going to miss this show. Anybody want to close out with some words of wisdom? Nobody? No words of wisdom?
Uh, See this. Uh, Stay positive. Stay dedicated. Stay focused. Like I said, don't give up on any dream you have. Like if you could dream, if you can go to sleep and dream, most definitely it can come true. You just have to get up and grind. Don't stop. Your own business. You want to be an actor, singing, doctor, lawyer. Just keep going. Don't stop. You know, you you know who you are. You know who you want to be. Don't let anybody tell you that you can't be nothing because you are somebody.
And for me, you know how I am. I told you already, I'm dramatic. I just want to say, just be loving to one another. Be kind, strangers, whoever, family. So that's my little closing. Be kind to one another.
I want to take this time to thank you guys for coming on the show. I look forward to watching it and seeing y'all on the big screen. I look forward to y'all doing bigger and better things,
Yes.
and I look forward to
Yes,
your growth. Like I'm really thankful, you know, to know you guys. I think it's awesome. Completely awesome. And I'm be honest. I know I'm not part of the family yet, but I like being around y'all. I like
Yes.
y'all energy.
The Grindin family, huh?
Right. So I guess we're gonna close the show out with telling people just keep grinding. That's gonna be the
Absolutely.
theme. We're gonna keep grinding.
grinding.
Last week we was grinding, and this week we still grinding. Thank y'all again so much. And to everyone that tuned in, thank you so much for the support. Subscribe, turn on your notifications because we will be back next week with more cast members. Until the show come out, y'all can keep hearing about it.
All right.
Until next time.
Thank you. Bye, everybody.